AC Starlord, aka Awesome. Welcome back to my channel, and this is Goosebumps with David Schwimmer from Friends. He plays in a botanist, and he has two kids, and they come visit him in the summer in New York City, a little bit outside of the upper city where they're from. And weird things start happening. As you see this black goo behind him, this weird substance comes back into um David Schwimmer's character's life. They also took out his brother Matty in the 1990s, and it all comes back to to his kids and his friends, and of course his son likes the girl next door. The girl next door is with the boy next door for a while, and they start hooking up, and then his daughter is like a debate captain, and she's lying where she's going to go to debate class and stuff like that, but she's also is attracted to this other person, this other character there, which is also a female, which is core, of course, is Disney, but they're putting it there, but they're not throwing it down your throat kind of thing. But the weird stuff has started happening after a while, but also they adapted several different books. The Girl Next Door, the something about the boy, monster, something, monster blood, and the one that's basically this whole series is about. Don't go down in the basement, and this black goo can recreate stuff and like take over your body and all stuff like that. But what it reminded me of is Venom: The Last Dance and the whole Venom franchise, but also Venom: The Last Dance. They did a better job with Venom: The Last Dance. You can see right there, black goo that looks kind of like a symbiote, right? How come a Sony property TV show can do a better job with their property of Goosebumps with Venom, obviously, with Venom, right? Obviously, than the actual Marvel associated with Sony making Venom. Like all that stuff with Noel and all that stuff was really at a point, and you'll get my point of view when we do a Blu-ray update video, more of this. But like they even had creatures in this. Like later on, they rescued the kids, like his brother and all stuff, the kids from the 1990s, and they all turn into like alien like creatures that you see from Stranger Things. But also, Venom had these weird alien creatures hunting him down, and they did a better job with those alien creatures hunting down the kids and turning them almost into versions of them. It's just odd that Sony said, "Hey, we have this big giant movie, Venom. Why don't we use this black gooey stuff, venomized stuff?" Because the kids were pretty much getting venomized in this movie. So it was David Schwimmer, and they made clones of the people, and they don't act normal. Like 1.1 episode that he doesn't act normal with one of the kids next door because he's also a delivery guy. They know that deliver food, and it's like, how come Sony Goosebumps could do their own version of this, and Marvel can't? Marvel and Sony associated with Marvel. How come Sony associated with Marvel can't figure that out? I'm just trying to say that. Just trying to figure that out, and I want to say that. And they let the ship go. The whole purpose is they want to keep the ship in the science lab on the ground. They let the ship go, and that's how that ends. And um, Maddie and the rest of those people go with them because I'm part of the ship now. It's a very interesting episode. I mean, not very a very interesting episodes nonetheless. And TV show. I like the first season was slappy. I did like this one. I just remind me a lot of Venom and what was Venom Last Dance because this This was a better job of Venom than anything that Marvel associated with Sony put out. This is Sony Television just by itself putting out a show called Goosebumps, made by R.L. Stein or Dr. R.L. Stein because I'm pretty sure he got a doctorate. I mean, come on, come on. They did a better job of this. They did a better job of this. They did a way better job than what a movie did. But that's all I gotta say. I mean, this show is amazing. Go check it out. I know I didn't talk too much about the show, but there's so much stuff in here. There's weird things they explain in this. Like there's a lot of goosebumpy stuff that if you weren't a kid watching adult go down in the basement or um Monster Blood, The Girl Next Door, or Vanishing the Color, or Vanishing the Vanishing books of the Vanishing book of the title of the one of the books, then you'll be lost. But if you are just watching this after you watch the one with Slappy in it and you're going, okay, this looks interesting because I watched the one with Slappy, you'll have fun with it. But if you already know the books and all that stuff, it's a modern take of the ones that we watched back as a kid. So really, that's why I didn't go too much into it because it's just a modern take on it. But this is called Vanishing. They do vanish out of nowhere. They vanish into this underground lab. But it's a very interesting concept for a show, but I just thought the black goo and all that stuff reminded me of Venom. And then when these people got venomized with this powdery substance, or they turned into gooey things that behind him, like had all that goo on him, behind him. Yeah, it is what it is. It's Goosebumps. It turns into Goosebumps, but it also reminded me of Venom. So that's why I said that. But they did a better job with Venom: The Last Dance than Venom ever did with their own movie. So that's all I gotta say about this. So if you like this video, put a like, comment, subscribe. Keep being scared, keep having those little goosebumps on your arm, and we'll see you in the next video. Deuces.